and halls. So I'm good.
Let's go ahead and get into.
Do we have to?
We have to.
Okay.
The Nipsey Hussle situation that has taken place.
Situation or execution?
Both.
Okay.
I think the situation are the conspiracy theories.
Well, we did a whole live about that, so you know how I feel about it.
But the reality is,
yeah,
someone from our own community took out someone from our community.
Well, that's what the government does. They use us in the community to take us out.
We're complicit.
We are complicit.
And that's not okay.
And that is not okay.
So I've been trying to figure out myself why this is bothering me so much. And I think it is because I have also been a survivor of gun violence. But the worst part about it is that, people like this, they're hella weak. I don't really have another word for it. It's just hella weak. And it's not just them that are hella weak. It's the people that also know what they are going to do. For instance, when people like this do things, usually they're running their mouth. So I'm sure this guy was running his mouth to somebody about what he was going to do. The person that sat there and kiki ha-ha'd about what this fool was about to go do and allowed him to go do that in our community is just as weak as the person that did it.
Yeah.
I am over those people in our community. I'm tired of the excuses about why we continue this genocide in our own community. There is no excuse. Mm-hmm. And then they use mental health as another crutch into why we continue to move in this direction. I'm over that too. And I need for that to stop. If you had mental health issues before it happened, you should have been seeking help, or the people around you should have been getting help for you. However, they don't, and it continues, and it's causing trauma on so many other levels in our community. Nobody thought about, so the person that did it and the kiki ha-ha person that was egging him on or allowing him to do it, never once, I'm almost sure they never once thought about the children he was leaving behind. They never once thought about the people in the community that hear the gunshots that will continuously ring in their ears. The people that are going to be afraid to go and shop in their community because these things continue to happen. But no one's thinking about that. The after effect, the depression that this woman is going to suffer because she has lost the man in her life. The children that have to watch the depression of this woman because that is their mother. No one thinks about those types of repercussions, but they exist, and we continue to talk about them. So acting like they're not there or that we are uneducated is a farce. That is not true anymore. We cannot continue to keep acting like we don't have the conversations, like it's unknown, like these are new revelations. These are things that have been going on for years. 20 plus years ago, 30 years ago, I was in a house and a man was shot in front of me. No one thought about the children. No one thought about the woman. No one thought about any of that. But it has continued to perpetuate in our communities. Mm-hmm. And it's time. It is time for us to start relieving ourselves of those excuses. It's no more. So, I know from a mental health standpoint, you have a different perspective.
I do.
But from someone that has actually lived through it and has seen the kind of damage that it does long term and generation after generation, mm-hmm. I have no compassion for that kind of behavior.
And I don't think our take on it is that much different. But the part that I believe we differ on a little bit is in terms of the mental health piece. I do believe that is still a mental health struggle. It is still, even though he may be using it as an excuse, for someone to even be in a space where they could act out something so heinous is a mental wellness issue. Now, he may not have been, I don't know, I don't want to speculate, but homicidal tendencies and suicidal tendencies are a part of mental wellness. And anybody who can wrap their mind around doing anything to harm not only a person but their community, you're struggling somewhere. And we only have the language for it right now to call it mental health. I think it's also weakness, but mental health weakness and mental wellness go together sometimes. That doesn't mean that everyone that has mental wellness challenges are weak, by no means. But this man was homicidal. And there's no one that's in that have all of their faculties and are in the capacity of greatness to be able to do something like that. So it may not be what we traditionally think or traditionally see as a mental wellness challenge, but it absolutely is.
Well, I have to agree. I think this whole incident has affected a lot of people. And you are right. I'm not a mental health therapist. I probably only had maybe 1 or 2 classes in college to deal with psychology and stuff.
That's enough.
So by no means, but you are right. There is some kind of mental health as piece of it when you talk about homicidal type things and suicidal type things. I work with the mentally ill in my profession, and I hear those things. But I think what has people upset or people feeling some type of way when they start throwing out the mental health thing, they're using it as a crutch, as because he was suffering from mental illness or he had mental health issues. That's why he did what he did.
Right. And not everybody who struggles with mental wellness is going out killing people.
Going out killing people. And that's why I think the piece that's probably getting a lot of people fired up, because it seems as though he ran to try to, when he got arrested, went to a mental health place, outpatient type facility, to try to, to seek help and to try to use that. So people are like, oh no, bro, you're not going to be able to use this to get away or get off. So that's what people think. He's going to try to use it to maybe get off on what he did. But no, what he did what he did. And it is emotional. We all are affected by this. And even people in the law enforcement community, are affected by this. This young man, despite what people talk about his past, and stuff like that. A lot of us all grew up in the inner city. Okay, we all were on the block at some point. Some of us just left the block earlier than others. Some of us stayed on the block. Okay, but this was a young man who was all about positivity. He was all about inspiring and uplifting young people in the community. He was able to reach people that people like me can't reach. Okay, people like you guys can't reach. A different.
He was
generation.
speaking to a generation.
He was speaking to a generation, but he also touched older people too. I've seen all kinds of things on Facebook where people have made comments about the kind of person he was, how he would come. Some women were selling things and he would buy stuff from them, and also the booth next to them and stuff like that. He was really about being an entrepreneur and showing young people how you can take your skills and parlay them into a business, and you can make money the legal way.
And that's dangerous.
The legal way is dangerous and stuff.
And the conspiracy theorist in me, that is dangerous when you are attempting to unlock the minds of not only a generation but a race that has been oppressed. We just talked about the whole year of return being 400 years. 400 years of being told that you're nothing, 400 years of having your religion, your culture, your food, your women, your children stripped from you. That isn't something that, and it's perpetuated even though we may not be in slavery now. And I think this is where, like I said, the conspiracy theorists and the bigger conversation to me is that there are tactics that are still being used in our communities by people who have a lot of money, who have a lot of influence, and are trying to exterminate us. And unfortunately, we don't feel empowered enough to
you're right.
go against that.
You're right, but
there's no other race that has been that this is 400 years of anything.
No, I get any other race. But right now, to me, I don't. A lot of people. Everybody has these theories, and when I, about what's happening, this and that. But to me, I don't want to give the energy to these conspiracy theorists and these other people. Okay, because the issue is we lost a young man, a young man from our community that was doing good, and I hope the people in our community will take what he was about and be inspired to continue to do the good work that he was doing and be better and stop all this, killing, stop all this black on black type crime, stop victimizing each other. That's what we're doing. Okay, we're victimizing each other. he got something, people mad because he got something, so now I want to take him out, or she got something, but it's happening all the time. We need to stop doing that. We need to support what we're doing in the community. Okay, promote what we're doing in the community in a positive way and move forward. This, right now, my heart goes out to this man's family. Lauren London. His kids, because he was doing good. Mm-hmm. And he's gone now, and we still don't really know why. And that's the whole thing. Will we really know why this man is no longer here with us? Mm-hmm. And that's hard for me.
This is my question. If we are a people that have been able to rise up against just about every evil that is placed up against us, why do we still continue to allow ourselves to say that we are still under this slavery mentality? We have been able to move past that. So I think
not
it is
all
not
of us.
giving.
I don't think we have.
You're right. Not all of us. Why have we not been able to? Because most of our ancestors, to even get us this far, have fought damn hard to get us out of places like Mississippi and Louisiana, where we are being suppressed, to uplift their families. So it's hard for me to understand when someone goes ahead and allows themselves to be weakened by the man and their mentality. Mm-hmm. To a place where we're destroying each other, when all we've ever been taught by our ancestors is to uplift each other. If that wasn't true, we wouldn't even be where we are right now. So it is again a sign of weakness when we allow ourselves to say, because we've been suppressed. Hell yeah, we've been suppressed, but we've also uplifted. So those that choose to take that road of suppression mm-hmm. and murder and destruction in our families, when that's not what we've been taught in all these years, I don't buy it. And we need to stop allowing that to handicap our ability to move past it. Mm-hmm. We are done with the handicap of saying, because this is where we've been, this is why we are. No, he is how he is because he is a weaker man. And he is unable to uplift himself mm-hmm. and allow the upliftment of his people to move him past where he's at. This is not about what America is doing to us. This is what he is allowing himself to be involved in to take out somebody else from our community. I will not anymore allow that to be an excuse. We are better than that. We have proven better than that.
We are.
Okay,
we are better
obviously
than that.
This is really this is a topic and a subject that has really touched a lot of us, a lot of people, touched us all in many different ways, and it's heavy. This is a heavy.
Yeah, it's a huge
This coffee
loss.
right now is strong and
it's
heavy.
bold.
It's bold.
And it's bold.